Welcome to Home Care Matters, the show where we discuss all things home care, with discussions on important age-related matters and topics. Brought to you by Enriched Life Home Care Services, the #1 rated home care provider in Michigan by Top Rated Local.
Hello and welcome back to All Home Care Matters. If this is your first time visiting us here at the show, thank you for taking time out to be with us today. We appreciate how valuable everyone's time is, and that's why we try and make each episode here at All Home Care Matters something that will hopefully matter to you. The topic we're going to be discussing today is one that is critically important to the safety of our loved ones, and that's fall safety. Having a fall safety plan is crucial in helping to prevent our aging and elderly loved ones from having a fall. In fact, did you know that falls are one of the leading causes of injuries in our older population? And that every 20 minutes, an older adult dies from a fall in the United States, per the CDC. Now that's a grim statistic, but it also shows how serious the risks are. For those that suffer an injury after having a fall, they are now at risk for what's called post-fall syndrome. For too many of our seniors, post-fall syndrome can lead them to a dependence on others, a loss of their autonomy, confusion, depression, immobilization, and further restrictions on being able to perform their ADLs, or their activities of daily living. Our elderly population is at a great risk for having a fall at some point, and we want to take some time to discuss some fall prevention tips. Now, as our loved ones age, they can begin having physical changes, develop health conditions, and begin to have an increase in their prescriptions due to these changes. These factors can help to contribute to the chances of having a fall and consequently an injury. But these aren't the only factors. Other things that can contribute to the risk factors of the elderly population for having a fall can be the home they live in, the footwear that they choose to wear, or even the weather like snow and ice, and their bathroom, and other things that may not be as noticeable or obvious. We're going to be going through some helpful tips to help you develop a fall prevention strategy. First, wearing the right shoes is an important preventative measure that can be easily done. We all can get comfortable and have our favorite shoes or footwear that we like wearing, but that doesn't make them the right choice if they aren't safe and if they won't help to reduce the chances of having a fall. Now, some of the following footwear like high heels, slippers, slip-on shoes, or shoes with a slippery sole can increase the likelihood for having a fall or for even slipping. So instead, make sure that your loved one has shoes that fit properly and that their shoes have non-skid soles. Now, this may seem like a trivial or even an obvious tip, but surprisingly, oftentimes it's more about comfort and convenience than anything else. And by making sure that they have footwear that fits them properly and that also offers them the proper support that they need and that they have that non-skid sole, it can help to reduce the risk of them having a fall. We should also mention that walking around the home in socks can also lead to a fall or to them slipping, especially on non-carpeted flooring. If your loved one insists on wearing socks around the home, make sure that they have slip-resistant treads on them. The home itself can be one of the greatest risks to having a fall. The next time that you're at your loved one's home, take some time to look around. Sometimes we miss things that we aren't looking for, but when you're specifically looking for things like fall risk and hazards, you may be surprised by what you notice. For instance, if their home has a second floor and a basement, take a walk up and down the stairs and look for any hazards that may be present as you're looking around on the stairs. Are the stairs wooden or are they carpeted? If they're wooden, consider putting down some slip-resistant strips on the front of each step. This can be easily applied and can be found on Amazon. An example that we found was a roll of Tape King anti-slip traction tape that comes in a 30-foot roll and is 4 inches wide for $14.99. And it can be cut and customized to the size that you need so that it fits properly. And another good use for this tape is that it could be also applied in the tub or shower as well to help reduce the risk of falling. We'll be discussing fall risk in the bathroom a little bit later. This slip-resistant tape, though, is a convenient and inexpensive tool that can also be used for other places in the home that can be slick or prone to becoming slippery, like in the kitchen where there's typically linoleum or tile most of the time. But if there are places that you decide not to place the tape on the flooring, like in the kitchen or other places that aren't carpeted, you can instead get nice runners and make sure that they have a slip-resistant backing on them so that they won't move when your loved one is walking across them. Now, if the flooring on the stairs is carpeted, make sure that the carpet isn't puffing up or balling up on them in spots, and that it's lying flat to ensure that they don't get caught up or tripped up on the uneven portion of the carpet. And after you check the flooring and steps, next go through the home and look for any trip hazards like clutter laying around, cords or wiring that may be laying across the floor, and furniture, chairs, and even houseplants that may be sitting on the floor that are in a highly trafficked area or walkway that they could get tripped up on or lead to them having a fall. After looking for any wiring, cords, and the clutter, then look through their rooms for things that may be potential trip hazards and fall hazards, and try to make sure that they're not sticking out or that they present the potential to trip them or block their pathway. These items may not look like a hazard to you, but they can become a hazard to your loved one. The main focus is to try and make sure that the highly trafficked areas are free of items that can be seen as an obstacle or a potential hazard to your loved ones. Another common risk that families sometimes overlook are the cabinets, closets, and pantries. These areas are typically used regularly and frequently, but we sometimes don't stop and consider or think about how often we have to reach for things or even bend down to access them. When possible, the items, whether it's clothing, shoes, dishes, or ingredients that are used regularly, or any other items that may be outside of their normal reach, should be moved down to a level that's easily accessible to them without having to reach or bend for them. When we can eliminate the need to reach high, bend down low, and in some cases even use a step stool, it eliminates and reduces the likelihood and risk of our loved ones falling. Now, another top recommendation to prevent falls in the elderly is ensuring that they have the proper lighting throughout their home. This helps with ensuring that they can see clearly any obstacles that may be in their path when walking, but it also helps with their balance. There are many wonderful, convenient options available now, and several choices that families can choose from that best fits their needs and that will allow for their loved ones to continue safely aging in place. Some of you may have a spot or two in your home that you could name right away where you would like to have more lighting. So the chances that there are places in your loved one's home too is pretty good. Well, there are some really nice stick-on lights that are motion activated that you can take right out of the box. You peel them and stick them wherever you need them for that extra lighting. And they're ready to work right out of the box. These lights are a wonderful option for the elderly because they can be placed anywhere with no need for wiring or a light switch. And they also eliminate the need for them to try to find them when it's darker to turn them on, because they will turn on as soon as they sense motion. To give you an idea of the cost of this option, we visited Amazon.com and found two options to share. As an example, Mr. Beam's model number MB723 battery-powered motion sensing LED stick anywhere nightlight, a 3-pack with white color is $28.93, and a 6-pack is $45.99. The next option that we found is called Oxy LED Motion Sensor Closet Lights, cordless, under the cabinet lighting, wireless, stick on anywhere, battery operated, and it's a 10 LED nightlight bar. And it's safe lights for closets, cabinets, wardrobes, and stairs. And a 1-pack is $8.99, and a 3-pack of these is $19.99. Again, these are ready to use right out of the box and can be immediately placed and turned on. But if your loved one has arthritis or has a decreased mobility in their fingers, there are touch lamps. And these are a good option since they only need to be plugged in, and as the name indicates, they only need to be touched to be turned on. Some of these lights also have a dimming feature where the lighting can be adjusted to the desired brightness that's needed. If your loved one gets up early, typically before sunrise, or maybe they often get up throughout the night, another good lighting option are automatic night lights, which are very similar to the stick-on motion lights that we talked about. These are regular night lights that will be plugged into a wall socket and are a great choice for bathrooms, bedrooms, and hallways. These lights are small, low maintenance, and maybe most importantly, they are very bright. Regardless which of these options best fit for your loved one's situation, it cannot be understated how crucial it is to make sure that their home is properly equipped with proper lighting. Remember that the potential cost to them if they have a fall will be far greater than the cost of adding some additional lighting to their home if it's needed. Something that can vary depending on where your loved one lives is the weather. Maybe there's snow, maybe you're in a warmer climate, or maybe you get a mixture of both. For instance, if your loved one lives in a western state like California or in a southern state like Florida, these issues may not affect them. But for those that have loved ones that live in states that have a winter that regularly has snow and ice, ensuring that they have a clear walkway is an important fall prevention measure. And if you live in an area that sees snow and ice regularly, then you probably know that during the winter months, you can have an accumulation of snow or freezing rain at any given moment. So finding a local snow removal company or someone in their neighborhood or maybe even a family member that can help shovel their snow and spread salt to melt the ice will help your loved one during these winter months to make sure that they won't have to track through snow to get in and out of their home, or so that they won't have a buildup of ice that they could slip on. Now, the next one we're going to discuss is one of the most dangerous places in a home, and that's the bathroom. It's usually all tile, ceramic, and pipes and faucets. If your loved one hasn't already, you will want to equip their bathroom with safety bars or grab bars. However, when looking for these grab bars, you will want to see some that are installed by not the suction option, but that are actually screwed into the wall. The safest grab bars are the ones that are physically installed with screws into the wall. We have been in countless homes, and if they happen to already have grab bars in the bathroom and they are the suction style bars, we strongly encourage them to replace them. The bars are only as good as the suction is, and if the suction happens to give out right when they need to hold on to it, then your loved one could potentially have a serious fall. Now, there's a minimal cost difference between the two types of grab bars. The first one we're going to talk about is a suction bar. The model is OXO Good Grip Stronghold Suction Grip Bar. The suction grip bar that we looked at, this XO model, had 4-star rating with over 1,789 reviews. The length on it was 3.5 inches by 3 inches wide with 13.5 inches height. So this model wasn't the longest model, but you can get sizes that are best fit for your situation. And the style was brushed nickel. And for brushed nickel, it was $24.99. And for the white, it was $22.99. Now, there was no weight limits or restrictions listed. However, it does provide some surface requirements and restrictions that you would want to look into if this was the style and model that you chose to go with. The next model we looked at was the physically installed grab bars, the ones that are installed with screws. This one was made by Moen, M-O-E-N, and this is a non-suction bar. It had a 5-star review with over 3,628 reviews left. This one was 24 inches long, and it supported up to 500 pounds, and the cost for this one was $20.85. So it's actually a little less expensive than the suction bars, and it's a safer option for families. There are many different brands, styles, and options for the suction style bars as well as the non-suction bars. These two brands and bars are widely used and two of the more common ones. And again, we strongly discourage families from using the suction bars and to go with the non-suction bars that are physically installed into the walls. However, regardless on the style that you choose, you will want to have a minimum of 3 bars. We recommend having 2 bars inside the shower with a longer one going diagonally with it starting lower in the middle of the shower wall and angle higher towards the shower head, and then another one that is shorter going straight across from under the shower head towards the opening of the shower curtain or the shower door. The third one, you would want to place it just outside of the shower for their support when getting out and for getting into the shower or tub. This also helps not only with getting in and out, but also for extra support when they need something to hold on to outside of the shower or tub. A lot of homes have a towel bar there, and the towel bar sometimes gets used for support. And they're only meant to support a towel, and they're typically installed using drywall screws into the drywall. So if that is the case in your loved one's home, replace the towel bar with another grab bar, and that grab bar can also still be used for the towel. And now remember that slip-resistant tape we were talking about earlier, the floor of the shower or tub is another great place to use it at. The tub or shower gets slippery often and it gets wet. And this tape will provide that extra traction that your loved one may need to help prevent a fall. There's one other nice option though for the bathroom, and that's either a shower bench or a shower chair. The shower bench is nice so that they do not have to step up and over to get into the tub, or if they don't have a walk-in shower. The shower bench sits half in and half out of the tub, and they are actually considered a transfer device. We visited Amazon again, and on Amazon, we found one for $54.99, and it was made by Drive Medical. The model Drive Medical 12011KD-1 plastic tub transfer bench with adjustable backrest. The colors may vary, so if you like gray, white, those are usually the most common colors. And the shower chair is almost the same thing as a shower bench. However, the shower chair sits right inside the tub or shower. So if they do not have a walk-in shower, they would have to step over to get in and then sit on the shower chair. On Amazon, we found one for $39.99, and it was also made by Drive Medical. However, as with the shower bench, there are countless brands to choose from. Some have adjustable legs, some have adjustable backs and arms, and others do not. And some even come equipped with safety straps to buckle it up. It depends on what best fits your loved one and your needs. The shower chair model was Drive Medical RTL 12505 Premium Series, and that came with a back and arms. So the health and safety of our loved ones and the elderly is our greatest priority. If you have concerns about their safety and their health, talk with them about making an appointment with their doctor about creating a fall prevention strategy and plan. These prevention techniques are important and helpful in avoiding falls, but their health can also play a crucial role in preventing falls, such as their blood pressure, their vision, arthritis, medications, and diet, and other health-related factors that their doctor can help them with. The goal for helping our loved ones avoid and preventing falls is a team approach from your loved one to you, the family, and their medical providers. The goal is for everyone working together for the safety and health of your loved one as they age in place. We want to thank you for joining us here at All Home Care Matters today. All Home Care Matters is here for you and to help families as they navigate long-term care issues. Please visit us at allhomecarematters.com. We have a private, secure, fillable form there where you can give us feedback or show ideas, or if you have questions. Every form is read and responded to. If you know someone who is dealing with falls in their loved ones or fall prevention tips, please, if they can benefit from this episode, please share it with them. We hope you will join us next time on All Home Care Matters, where we're going to be discussing senior nutrition and hydration. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to you joining us again on another episode of Home Care Matters. To learn more about the show and to connect with us, visit us at allhomecarematters.com.